In the late 1770s, tensions rose between England and the American colonies. The British created new restrictions on the colonies that limited trade and growth within the colonies. This angered the colonists, so they revolted in many ways, such as the Boston Tea Party. With each form of protest, the British passed more laws to limit the colonies' power. By 1775, the colonists' protests had turned into a full-out war, and the American Revolution had begun. In the summer of 1776, a group of men came together to form the Continental Congress. They worked on a document that would declare their independence from England. This document contained all the grievances the colonists had towards England and how they wanted to amend them. This document would later be called the Declaration of Independence. Earlier, you learned about the causes of the American Revolution in the PowerPoint. This video will show you some excerpts from the Declaration of Independence that were directly influenced by the causes you just learned about. If you remember from the PowerPoint, we learned that the three causes of the American Revolution were political, religious, and economic. The political causes were that the colonists did not have any representation in Parliament and a series of acts known as the Intolerable Acts. The colonists' anger with not being represented in Parliament can be seen in the Declaration when it says, "He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only." The Declaration can be read like a letter addressed to King George, so when it says he, is referring to all the things King George has done that has angered the colonists. This excerpt says that King George passed laws and bills about the colonies without having the colonies have a say in them. The colonists' frustration over the Intolerable Acts can be seen when it says, "He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution, and unacknowledged by our laws, given his assent to their acts of pretended legislator, for quartering large bodies of troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment, for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many ways of the benefit of trial by jury." This excerpt from the Declaration states every part of the Intolerable Acts and states that they did not approve of any of this. The religious causes of the American Revolution were due to England influencing their religious practices. If you remember, some of the colonists left England because they did not approve of the Church of England and wanted religious freedom. When England started influencing how the colonists should practice their beliefs, anger and resentment towards England increased. This can be seen when it says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." This excerpt states that all people are given equal freedom given to them from their Creator, which means that all people's rights come directly from the God they believe in, and their religion, which allows them to practice in any way they believe in. It also states that no matter what religion people practice, everyone should be given the same rights and freedom. The economic cause of the American Revolution were from the different taxes that were placed in closing the ports in the colonies that affected their trade. These parts can be seen in the Declaration when they list their grievances due to the Intolerable Acts, which these two causes were based on. This can be seen when it says, "For cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent," which lists their anger towards the way that England has negatively affected their economy. The taxes on goods brought into the colonies made the prices rise, and without having the ports open, they could not afford to buy the goods they needed. The Declaration of Independence is one of the first steps colonists took to gain independence from England. We will learn in the next few weeks about the Revolution and how the colonists won.